Wedding bells for Jim and Jill Kelly. A new tourist boat and the Amerks repeat as champs.
All made news this very week on Rochester's first TV station. Here's News 8 Now's Dave McKinley with News 8 then.
10 years ago this week, when Western New York's most eligible bachelor, Bills quarterback Jim Kelly, took the plunge, St. John Fisher College appointed its first and to this day only female president, Catherine Keogh. And the city of Rochester finally decided to adopt that cheesy festival tent, announcing it would be moving the official festival site to High Falls this week in 1996. 20 years ago this week.
It's going to be the largest tour ship in Monroe County. It's going to be called the Spirit of Rochester. The ship's original name was the Island Clipper.
We're going to offer dinner cruises. We're going to offer weddings.
And for about the next 18 years, it did. Till it fell on hard times and began sinking early last year, the final chapter in a story which seemed so full of promise when it began this week in 1986. 30 years ago this week. Say, what are the cops doing at Durant Eastman Beach? Oh, that. I still have no idea how that got there. Downstate Congresswoman Bella Abzug and her famous hat made a stop in Rochester while launching an unsuccessful bid for the U.S. Senate. The Rochester Lancers were gearing up for another season of pro soccer at Hollander Stadium. Lots of parking meters were bright blue, and though their choice of fashion may have changed, just like now, Rochesterians loved their lilacs this week in 1976. 40 years ago this week.
Susan B. Anthony House, New York, is hereby designated a registered National Historic Landmark.
Meanwhile, the community chest, now known as the United Way, was crunching the numbers on yet another successful annual campaign. They raised $7.7 million, but adjusted for inflation, that would be like raising $48.2 million today, or about 30% more than they currently raise. Albert Brown was inaugurated as SUNY Brockport's third president, and legendary Channel 8 News anchor Tom Decker was invited to march in the gown processional. And in downtown Rochester, a festive parade heralding the achievements of the Rochester Amerks, who repeated as the Calder Cup champs by beating Cleveland in 6 games this week in 1966. And it was all News 8 then.